Have you ever wondered why some people at 75 still hike mountains or garden all afternoon, while others struggle to get out of a chair? Here's the truth, it's not luck, and it's not just good genes. There are a few simple signs that tell whether your body and mind are aging gracefully, signs that doctors quietly notice but rarely talk about. If you can still do these things after 75, you're actually healthier than most people your age. So, let's take a look, and maybe you'll realize you're doing better than you think. You can still stand up from a chair without using your hands. It might sound small, but this simple move says a lot about your health. It means your legs are strong, your balance is steady, and your coordination is intact. Doctors call it the sit-to-stand test, and it's one of the easiest ways to gauge mobility and independence in older adults. Think of Margaret, 78, from Ohio. Every morning she challenges herself to stand up from her favorite armchair without pushing on the armrests. She's been doing it for years, and it keeps her legs strong enough to climb stairs and chase after her grandkids. If you can still do this, you're already ahead of most people your age. You can walk for 10 minutes without stopping. Walking speed is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Studies show that seniors who can maintain a brisk walk for even 10 minutes a day have better heart health, brain function, and lower risk of falls. Let's take Robert, 80, from Sydney. Every morning he walks his dog around the block. It's not about distance, it's about consistency. He says, if I can walk without sitting down to rest, I know I'm still in the game. If you can move freely, breathe comfortably, and keep a steady pace, your heart and lungs are working beautifully. You remember to do the little things. Do you still remember names, birthdays, or what you came into the kitchen for? That's not just about memory, it's about cognitive health. The ability to plan your day, keep track of conversations, or even remember your grocery list shows that your brain is staying sharp. For example, Ellen, 76, keeps her mind active by doing crossword puzzles and calling her old friends every Sunday. She says, if I can still hold a good conversation, I feel alive. So if your mind is alert, curious, and capable, that's one of the best indicators of long-term brain health. You can balance on one leg for 10 seconds. Try it now. Lift one foot off the ground and see how long you can stand. If you can balance for 10 seconds or more, your body's coordination, reflexes, and inner ear are still in great condition. Doctors in Japan actually use this test to predict how long someone is likely to live independently. John, 82, practices balancing every day while brushing his teeth. It sounds funny, but it works. It keeps his core muscles strong and his mind focused. If you can still balance, you're protecting yourself from one of the greatest risks after 70, falling. You still laugh easily and find joy in daily life. Emotional health is just as important as physical health. If you can still laugh, smile, and find something to be grateful for each day, your body releases hormones that reduce stress and inflammation. Take Mary, 89. She lost her husband 5 years ago, but every morning she makes tea, listens to her favorite jazz, and writes down one thing she's thankful for. That lightness of heart is what keeps her blood pressure steady and her spirit strong. If you can still find joy in a walk, a meal, or a conversation, your mind is keeping you young. You can still carry groceries or lift light objects. Strength doesn't disappear overnight. It fades slowly when we stop using it. If you can still carry a bag of groceries, lift a small box, or open a jar without pain, your muscles and joints are still serving you well. Doctors often use grip strength as a marker of overall vitality. George, 77, keeps a small hand gripper by his TV chair. Every night during the news, he squeezes it 20 times with each hand. It's a small habit, but it keeps his strength and confidence up. Remember, strength equals independence. You wake up with purpose. This last one might surprise you. But people who live long, fulfilling lives often have one thing in common: purpose. Whether it's tending a garden, volunteering, caring for grandchildren, or simply planning tomorrow's breakfast, having something to look forward to keeps you mentally and emotionally young. Dr. Howard Friedman, who studied people over 90, found that those who live longest aren't necessarily the fittest, they're the most engaged. So if you still have dreams, projects, or people who need you, your heart has a reason to keep going strong. Closing reflection. So, how many of these can you still do? Maybe you surprised yourself. Maybe you realized that even small daily habits, walking, balancing, laughing, matter more than you ever thought. Your health after 75 isn't about perfection. It's about momentum, the quiet, steady energy that keeps you moving forward one good day at a time. If this video inspired you, please share it with someone you care about. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which of these signs do you still have today? Because if you can still do even a few of them, you're doing amazing. And that's something to be proud of.